on her case. What was she supposed to do today?
Oh. She's, we had an agreement to let her pay off restitution.
Okay, this is this Flanagan? Is that Germany?
Yeah.
Flanagan? Ms. Flanagan, would you please come forward? Okay. Okay, Ms. Flanagan, how are you doing? You okay? All right. Yes, now, Ms. Flanagan, you are represented in your case by your attorney, Todd LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good judgment.
That's good. The state is represented in this case by attorney Haley Simmons. Ms. Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And the probation officer is represented in this case by Mr. Gary Gilliam. Mr. Gilliam, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, Ms. Gilliam and Ms. Simmons, what is the agreement that you'll have for today?
Your Honor, I've been in communication with probation this morning, and our recommendation and probation's recommendation was to give time for the defendant to have an extension to pay. There seems to be a separate issue now. It's my understanding she was going to pay. But now she can't really leave to do that. So we were going to extend time to allow for that. There's another matter at hand.
Oh, hold on a minute. So when you say you was gonna give her an extension time to pay, she was gonna pay, and then y'all was going to,
We've been trying to get her to finish the restitution payments and for several months now. And
Okay.
the intention is if she would pay the restitution, we could dismiss everything.
right,
But she hasn't made a payment since April of 2024. Didn't show the court last time.
so she hadn't paid a payment restitution in a year?
There you are.
That's what you said? Okay.
We've been trying to give her the opportunity to do that.
Right.
She just told me a minute ago that she could pay 500 today, but
How much is the restitution?
restitution.
There's 790 at 1 year water, and the other was roughly 1,100. There's two.
It's about $1,800 restitution. She said it's about in
790 at one piece and 1,100 at the other. That's
so it's about $1,800 of restitution that should be paid. Now, but they say she hadn't made a payment in a year since April of 2024. And so they still want to give her time to pay. Problem is, I think, according to our court coordinator, she said that the bondsman got off her bond. So since the bondsman got off a bond,
Just hang on a moment, let me talk with her and see if we can get.
okay,
I didn't know that she was in custody till I walked in there.
right,
So give me a chance to speak it over.
they're gonna talk to them and you're gonna have to secure it in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, y'all can go ahead and talk in the jury room. Yeah, make sure the door. Oh. Thank
I think with Jones reset.
you. No, this one, that's the connection is not the same. It's not round. Oh, a tap. Is it a? Oh, well, I don't know. Unless it goes in right here.
The small one. The second one probably.
Let's see it. Well, I don't see. You have to get her to. Ashley Robinson. Mr. Robinson, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Robinson, the last time you were here, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire your own attorney? Have you hired your attorney? Okay, why haven't you hired your attorney? Okay, now, Mr. Robinson, as I mentioned to you earlier, the last time you was in court, you have three options regarding your right to have an attorney. You can either hire an attorney. If you can't afford to hire an attorney, you can request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Or the third option is you can represent yourself by waiving your right to have an attorney. Now, would you like to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney? Okay, the bailiff is going to give you some paperwork to fill out. I'm going to go over this paperwork with you.
Could you still give me time?
No, if you, hold on a minute. Reset. Okay, yeah, so your first time in court was April 15th of 2025, is that correct? Okay, so you still want to hire an attorney? Is that what you're saying? Okay, we can reset your case to give you a little bit more time to hire. He wants to still want to hire an attorney. So we're gonna reset your case. Give us a reset date. And now, how much time do you need?
Still trying to come up with money.
Okay, how long? You say you talked with someone, you're still trying to come up with the money. How long do you need to come up with the money? Well, we can't just give you,
2 weeks.
oh, we can give you more than that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we're gonna, July 7th. Okay, so we're gonna reset it. That's about 45 days. Okay. Okay, so we'll reset this case to July 7th of 2025 at 9 a.m. Now, if you hire an attorney, your attorney is going to send this court a letter of representation informing the court that they have been hired. And if that happens, then what will happen is your case probably will be reset from July 7th. Okay? All right. So you're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Thank you.
Terry Johnson said.
Derek Jones. What are we doing on? Okay, now, Mr. Jones, your attorney, Mr. William Wilkerson, he's not here. Well, first of all, how are you doing? Okay, I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Wilkerson is not here because he's sick. So he will not be here today. So your case has to be reset. And I'm thinking maybe the last time he was sick, the last time as well. Is that correct? Hmm? Oh, it was just a reset? Bless you. Okay, so your case will be reset. You're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. You're welcome. Thank you. James Harrison. Okay, that was already.
Person's already reset.
Yeah, I think she reset Harrison. What are we doing on her?
Sure.
You're not? Okay. Is that a? Hmm? Yeah, what? Okay. Theodoro Navarro. That door is locked. You gotta go to the other door. Okay. Okay, this is cause number 25 CCCR 0514. Case is Style of State of Texas versus Theodoro, is that Lamas Navarro? How you doing, Mr. Navarro?
Good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Navarro, you are represented in this case by attorney Mark Deering.
I'm Daryl Ward, I'm appearing on behalf of Mark Terrence.
Okay, what's your name?
Daryl Ward,
Ward?
Ward, W-A-R-D, yes, sir.
Okay, Daryl Ward.
D-A-R-Y-L.
Okay, now, Mr. Navarro, does Mr. Ward have your permission to stand in for Mr. Deering, your attorney? Okay, and Mr. Ward, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, state is represented in this case by Attorney Shane Hilton. Attorney Hilton, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Attorney Ward, what is your announcement in Mr. Navarro's case?
We got the offer from the state today. I'm picking up the body cam footage as well. We've requested, we went over all of it. We did get the offer from the state today as well. Just gonna review the body cam footage. Just asking for a reset for 3 days.
Okay. Give us a reset date. Monday?
July
Okay.
7th.
Okay, this case will be reset to July 7th of 2025. Mr. Navarro, you'll be given a copy of your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get a copy of your reset, you'll be free to go. And Attorney Ward, you'll be given a copy of the reset as well. Once you get a copy, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
He's got one more, Your Honor. Joel De La Garza.
Oh, that's 30. It's not- Let's do this.
Joel De La Garza? Mr. De La Garza, your full name is Joel De La Garza?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. De La Garza?
Pretty good, sir.
That's good. Now, Mr. De La Garza, you're also represented in this case by attorney Mark Deering. Mr. Deering is not here, however, standing in his place is attorney Daryl Ward. Does Mr. Ward have your permission to stand in for Mr. Deering?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Ward, what is your announcement in Mr. De La Garza's case?
Same as before, we have received an offer from the state. I'm just waiting on the body cam footage that we requested the other day, another 30-day reset. Just to go over it.
Okay, this case will be reset to July 7th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Mr. De La Garza, you'll be able to get a copy of your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get a copy, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Attorney Ward, once you get a copy of the reset, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Appreciate it very much. You have a good one.
All right.
Yes.
Where are you from?
I live
Houston?
in Fulshire, but I'm originally from San Antonio.
Oh, okay, okay. So y'all had a long ride.
It was a fun morning in the rain. So, yes, sir.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have a safe trip back.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
That door is locked. You need to go through the other door.
Yes, it was like your later. I don't know if I can do that.
representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Now, if you choose to represent yourself, the last paragraph states that you may change your mind at any time and request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Now, at the bottom of that document, it states in bold letters, defendant's choice, mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is to hire your own attorney, then you'll place your initials on the first line to the left. If your choice is to apply for a court-appointed attorney, then you will place your initials on the third line to the left. If your choice is to represent yourself, you will place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you're finished initialing one of the 5 lines, yes,
If I do a point of order, lawyer, do it get reset still, or is there a lawyer today?
you'll be given an attorney today if you qualify. Okay?
Can I use the same?
It's we go, whoever's on the list, whoever's next on the list, it's a wheel that we go, all the courts have a wheel. Okay?
I'm gonna get my own lawyer.
Okay? So
Can I
you,
change my mind?
yes, you're gonna change your mind.
No. I'm gonna just do a corner for it. I gotta fill this form out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so once you finish filling the forms out, you're gonna sign your name on the line that's titled defendant. You would date it today's date, May 21st of 2021. You can have a seat at that table in that chair. Once you finish filling the paperwork out, we'll call you back up and go over the paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Don Randall. Hey, Miss Randall, your full name is Don Randall? Okay, how you doing, Miss Randall? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Miss Randall, the last time that you were here, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
Yes, sir. Vice Chancellor said he filed a motion.
Oh, you hired right?
Mhm. He said he filed a motion.
Okay, just have a seat, and then what we'll do, Mr. Kimler should be coming in here. Okay. Could you check the file? Luis Maldonado? Okay, Miss Maldonado. Your full name is Luis Manuel Maldonado? How are you doing, Mr. Maldonado? So? Okay. Now, Mr. Maldonado, so the last time that you were here, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney? Okay, so you want,
I have that allocation Dallas. Then I finished my case there, then I had the papers to show you this board. Because I really do everything.
Okay, so now, Mr. Maldonado, you was telling me that you have another case, or you had another case in Dallas? And so that case is over?
Finished, they give me a papers to finish. To this board, the paper, I finished the probation and everything.
Okay, well, that was for the case in Dallas. This is a totally different case. Okay, so whatever you had to do in Dallas for that case does not apply in this case. You understand? We did two different cases. All right, in two different courts. Okay,
That's my lawyer there, he told me that. Before you hear.
well, we understand that you had a case in Dallas, but the case in Dallas is a different case from this case here. So now, in reference to the case here in this court, you do not have an attorney, is that correct? Now, you have three options regarding your right to have an attorney. You could either hire an attorney, or you can request, if you want an attorney, that you can request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Or you can waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself.
The happening is I wanna, because I'm living with my mom in California. So it's not easy for me to come here, you know. Because my daughter is living in Houston, so I have to get a bus to come here. And this month I gonna get some money to get a lawyer. So you can give me that chance to get a lawyer to come back.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Follow, see my mom because she's sick.
Well, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that your mom have a speedy recovery from her illness. I'm looking for your case. Oh, here we go.
Thank you very much for calling me. God bless you.
All right, same to you. Thank you. Yeah, yes. Okay, now, the last time you were here, you signed a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. And on that document, you stated that you wanted to have your case reset to hire your own attorney. Is that correct? That's what you stated.
Yeah.
Now, do you still need more time to hire your attorney? Okay. Let's give him Ms. Redmond, we're gonna give him a reset to give him time to hire his attorney. Now, this case is it's an old case. This case is an old case, so we're gonna have to speed up the process with regards to hiring an attorney. I know you said you had a case up in Dallas. You had an attorney there, but that case was taken care of. And so now you have this case that needs to be taken care of.
Because then I go to the alcoholic anonymous and I pay for that and I just say right now it's different case.
Yeah, well, this is a different case. Now, we gave you bond conditions. Hold on a minute. Okay, now, Mr. Maldonado, when you came to court on April the 15th of 2025, I gave you some bond conditions. And one of the bond conditions was you were supposed to, well, first of all, you're supposed to obtain and maintain and pay for and have no violations on the ignition interlock device on your vehicle. You remember that?
But I don't have car.
Okay, so if you don't have
But-
if you don't have a vehicle, it's any vehicle that you own or operate, so it's not a problem. The next condition states that you were required to attend AANA meetings 3 times a week and provide proof to the court, and we gave you some verification forms to bring to AANA meetings every time that you went. Do you have, and you were required to bring proof of the verification forms in the court every time that you come into court. You had a verification forms.
No,
Why you don't have the verification forms?
because I tried to get a lawyer, to,
It doesn't have nothing to do with a lawyer.
to get that case, I have in Dallas and put together, because.
Okay, you can't put a case in Dallas with this case. We're two different jurisdictions, two different places. Okay? It's like they're in Dallas, that's one case you had there, and you had a case here. So they don't go together. Now, if you had two cases here at the same time, that's a possibility. But my original question, did you attend AANA meetings?
I don't know what I. no.
What? You didn't attend, okay. Give him a seat in the jury box. Have a seat in the jury box.
And, also.
Follow the bailiff, have a seat in the jury box. Good morning. Hey, let's do this here. Miss, we got two people over there that's not secured. And so we need to secure those two that's not secured. Follow her to the back. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it must be, is that a tire? It's like Rohan attire? Is this client here? Haru attire? Okay, and Mr. You still talking? Okay, just have a seat. We'll call you back up.
Yes.
You can bring your paperwork back up. Okay. Alex. Yeah,
So she's screened, but I won't be able to screen her.
okay,
I can record if I will.
Hmm.
Him I will, but I can't restrain her.
okay,
Okay? I will let you know.
okay. Okay, Ms. Ballard, would you please raise your right hand? You swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Ballard, you may put your hand down. Now, Ms. Ballard, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line as titled defendant? And are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to apply for a court-appointed attorney? I also have another document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ballard, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read? Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Ballard, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Ryan Matuska. Attorney Matuska will be given information to contact you, and you will be given information to contact him. Our court coordinator will give you that information. Once she gives you that information, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Please stand in front of the court coordinator and follow her directions. Oh, well, just have a seat, and once she calls your name, you can go before the court coordinator. Morning. Is not open?
It's open. It's open, but already.
Oh, don't pull it up. Hold on, no, wait up. Let somebody show you how to get it out.
I got it. You got it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just watch what she's doing so you. Yeah. Who? Who, you say he has a case? Well, oh, the misdemeanor is set for tomorrow? His felony set for tomorrow?
I'll be here, Judge. I'll just be a little late.
Oh, he's not the lawyer for tomorrow anyways. But by the time he finish, all these other cases will still be going on. He could still come after that.
Some people who after lunch, you're not sure.
Be before lunch.
Yeah, it's usually before lunch.
If he's finished on.
Yeah, okay, but we have to bring it back that afternoon then. If, yeah, but I mean, we can bring him back that afternoon because they'll have him down there, right? And they'll just bring him over here.
I just didn't want you to think I was spending the morning at the beat.
No. No,
It's kind of a beat.
yeah. Did anybody else show up that, wasn't here earlier? Well, yeah, Talia is here.
Jamali Thibodeau? Atia?
Well, Talia, he's here. We went outside with his lawyer.
Okay. Ballard?
What about Devin Hammond? Sir, you need to take your hat off.
Done.
Well, he's in jail. Miss,
I don't want to get these names, I want to.
oh,
Oh, we need
Just saw you in Florida.
Yeah. We don't. They run a document. Walker was the attorney over there, that they would send it to him. And so Judge Terrence signed it, and he has.
well, I don't know. How we gonna keep track?
And notice his bondsman or.
Does he have a bondsman?
We don't have information. That's still waiting.
You can't go in there and look up the guy's name? I thought he was sitting right there. She just talked to somebody. No, well, my question is, you know his name, just look him up in the system.
Okay.
Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session, 2 cases. Cause number 23 CCCR 0902 and cause number 23 CCCR 0984. Both cases are styled as State of Texas versus Germany Flanagan. And Ms. Flanagan is represented in her cases by Attorney Todd LeBlanc. And State and Mr. Gilliam, what's the agreement? Do y'all have an agreement?
Well, we had a question. She's been given time to pay restitutions. From what I'm understanding is they can pay 1,000 today. Is that what we just said?
Yeah.
And the only issue that we have is, we have no problem with doing this. If she pays 1,000 in restitution, we're not gonna want the court costs and all the supervision fees and all that. But we are trying to get the restitution paid. If it's paid, we were gonna request, only after it's paid, we were gonna request that, I guess the bond be.
And that's my request is that Bondsman got off her bond for whatever reason. She's 6 months pregnant, what we would ask, that instead of another bondsman, I want her to have to go to jail and I don't have the money to go to a bondsman, we just go to this restitution. If the court would set up your bond after she pays 1,000, I think the state's in agreement. And then
Well, we just can't,
reset it for 60 days because there's.
I mean, just set a pre-on bond because it's requested. The court has to look at the case. I mean, there are certain things that the court have to do by law to set a bond. And so we just can't agree to set no PR bond. I mean, what we can do is we can give you an opportunity to present the necessary evidence that the court needs to set the bond. And then the court can evaluate that and then make a decision on what the court would do in terms of setting the bond.
Your Honor, if I may, would you be willing to hear that this morning on oral motion?
Yeah, we can do that on the order. That's why I mentioned it. So at this time, let's do this. Hold on a minute. Just have a seat. We're gonna call you back up. Now, Mr. Simpson, your case is a county court at law number 3 case, which is next door. It's our understanding that they will be transferring the case from county court at law number 3 to county court at law number 2. That has not been done yet. It's in the process. And so after that happens, then we're going to set a court date. And then you'll be able to get notice of that court date from your bondsman because your bondsman will be given notice of the court date. Now, the other thing is which means county court at law number 3 is going to rescind the appointment of the court-appointed attorney, which means you will not have a court-appointed attorney when you come back here. And so we would have to, if you would still like to have a court-appointed attorney, then we'll have you to fill out the necessary paperwork. And so we'll be able to, actually, you probably won't have to fill out the paperwork because it should be in your file. And we could just review that paperwork, and if the conditions are still the same, your financial situation is still the same, then you may qualify, you should qualify for court-appointed attorney. Okay, and then we'll make the appointment for people.
Yes.
All right? And the lawyer that's on that list is not on this list that you had. Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right. So you're free to go, stay in contact with your bondsman, because your bondsman is gonna be given notice of your court date.
Yes, sir.
All right?
All right, thanks so much.
All right, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too.
All right. Now, Mr. Mr. Simpson, why don't you come on up? Now, yes. Now, are you here by yourself? Okay. How old are you? 19? Okay. Now, normally, what I usually tell folks, it's probably, I don't know what your criminal history is or anything like that. But you might look at this situation or this process as some people might look at it as a nightmare scenario. Some people might look at it as a storm that's existing in their life. But I just need you to understand that when you're walking through a storm, hold your head high. Don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and a sweet silver song of the Lord. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown, walk on with hope. With hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Okay? So we're in this process. You know, some people might look at it as a stepping stone, but you could look at it, I mean, some people might look at it as a stumbling block, but you could look at it as a stepping stone. And people use stepping stones to reach things that's higher. So you can reach higher heights in life. So the point that I'm trying to make is that whatever you're going through right now is just your current situation. It's not your destination. Right? And so you just have to just be patient and go through it, and everything will be all right. Okay. So just continue to come to court, and at some point you will be able to get through this situation. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, are you working anywhere? Okay. Because if you weren't working, we was going to give you a form to a place that help people to get jobs. Okay. Now, it's called, the program is CICE, Center for Innovation, Commercialization, Entrepreneurship. There's a job training and a job placement program in the hotel industry, the shipping industry, and the chemical industry. Okay. Now, once you're trained in any one of those areas, they'll help you to get a job. Sometimes people are looking for a better job than what they have. And so if you're interested, our bailiff can give you the form or the flyer that have that information on it. And if you're interested, you can, contact them. And you never know. You might be interested. It might be something that you might benefit from.
Different name, right?
Hmm?
Is it a different
Yeah,
name?
the contact person may be different, but the phone number is the same.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So we'll see you next time when you come to court. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too, sir.
All right. You have some paperwork?
It's already been sent over.
Okay. Charles Rojas is talking to that other guy. No, it's somebody else. He's talking to that other guy that was in the jury box.
Yeah, he's talking to that wasn't what's going on. But he wants to plea on it.
I know. But that paperwork is not ready, right? That paperwork is not ready, right?
Oh.
She was saying the paperwork for Charles Rojas.
In all the cases, he's gonna plea on it.
So Rojas is not the attorney on the old case, so I think he's trying to do paperwork to go from say on the older case, so he has to fill it out, but.
That's what this is.
But yeah, I've got like 5 cases already. Oh, yeah.
What are we doing on McCoy Grisham?
Those were dismissed, Your Honor, so we could continue him on.
Do you, okay,
I've already sent him.
is that Mr. Grisham? Or oh, y'all, they already sent it? Okay, you can come on up, Mr. Grisham.
No, there's one other
Oh,
form for his, we need to request a
we
30-day
could, well,
extension.
we could put it on the record.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes. Jefferson County Court at law number 2 is in session in cause numbers 23 CCCR 1459 and cause number 24 CCCR 0385. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus McCoy Grisham or McCoy Caleb Lee Grisham. Mr. Grisham, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Grisham? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Grisham, would you please raise your right hand? You swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Grisham, you may put your hand down. Now, state, I have before me some orders amending the terms and conditions of community supervision.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. Grisham, I have 2 documents before me. Both documents are titled Order Amending Terms and Terms of Community Supervision. Do you recognize these documents?
Yes, sir.
Now, on each document, there's a name above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signatures?
Yes, sir.
Or these your signatures? Now, Mr. Grisham, before you sign an initial, or before you sign these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Grisham, I'm signing these orders to extend amend the terms of your probation. And it states that this case will be extended. Is that 30 days?
Yes, sir.
With no additional probation fees, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, now, Mr. Grisham, your probation in each case has been extended for 30 days. State, you have an additional motion?
Yes, Your Honor. State has submitted 2 motion to dismiss on behalf of this.
Okay, so Mr. Grisham, the state will be dismissing the motion to revoke your probation. So the state will not be revoking your probation.
Yes, sir.
So you are still on probation.
Yes, sir.
And as soon as I get the motion, I'll sign it. Okay, Mr. Grisham, I just signed the motions to dismiss your motion to revoke probation. You need a copy, you can get a copy from the court coordinator. Once you get a copy, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Yes.
I have, I ain't for this case that's getting dismissed, so like,
It is, hold on a minute.
That's what I need.
So, hold on a minute, let me take a look. Should be in here. Now, the case is not being dismissed. The motion to revoke probation is being dismissed. So you're still on probation. I don't know. Hold on a minute.
He originally had a different charge that was dismissed.
yeah,
He already had a what? A
Yeah.
different charge?
Part of the MTRP was
Your
a
Honor,
new law violation, but that was dismissed.
if I may, there was a new law violation that was alleged on the MTRP on allegation one, however, that was refused by our office.
Allegation number one was refused by our office.
The new law violation was refused
By you,
by the office.
by the district attorney?
Correct.
Okay. Let me see, order, motion to revoke. I don't see any bond conditions.
I forgot the name of the judge, he requested I have it, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me see. I don't see bond, I didn't order any bond conditions. You said another judge ordered.
Yes, sir, cause I was already on probation, and I have got, caught another choice, went to jail on probation, so they most to revoke me. So when I bonded out, they had a hold on me for a little bit, and when I finally bonded out, judge said, only way I'm going out is to get some money, so. I've been having this month, so like 2 months, almost.
I don't see motion to revoke. What the paperwork be? You said it was about 2 months. I don't see an order in here. Maybe, I don't know, because I don't see an order. Yeah, I don't see an order. Okay, what I'm looking for an order that's requiring you to have an ankle monitor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I know I didn't do it because I don't have them. If I did it, it would be a condition of your bond. I didn't set. But you know what? I would have to set the bond because this is a motion to revoke probation. I set the bond. So where is that order? It should be on the order that the bond was set. I'm just looking through your file. Hold on, let me look into the other case.
It's on the job.
Huh?
It's on.
What case is it in?
Bring it out.
Yeah, but normally he should have some bond conditions attached to that too. Always attach bond conditions. Oh, I see some bond conditions here in 59. In 59 is they have them. I'm looking at it. Okay. Yeah, I got, but they didn't put it in his other file. Okay. Okay, give me a copy of the order to release. Shows me UPS. Okay. Now the days off, you said he refused the case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I just signed the motion. You'll be able to get a copy of this here. You can bring it to the company. Yeah,
I mean,
the company that attached it.
man, cut it off.
Yeah, they ain't gonna just cut it off. They're gonna take it off, I mean, but they're not gonna cut it off. All right, yeah. All right, and yeah, just continue to you're still on probation.
Yes, sir.
And so I think you got a 1 month extended added on to the probation to give you time to complete the process, right? Okay, do those things, you'll be all right.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Two cases.
yes,
Four next door, but he's trying to finish up.
okay. These guys, your cases are, they're in, one of them is in custody.
That's correct, Your
Okay,
Honor.
Kendall Andrews,
He's right here. Your Honor, I met with Mr. Andrews just a moment ago. This case was assigned to me on 4/17, and before we proceed further, I understand he's currently on felony probation. So I need a chance to determine what would be in his best interest, so I don't jeopardize his probation. So I'd ask for a reset.
okay, give us a reset date on Andrews. How you doing, Mr. Andrews? All right, I'm doing all right. What day we gonna put it on? July 9th. Okay. Mr. Andrews, your case will be reset to July 9th. You're gonna get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. All right.
Just have a seat right there and I'll call you right back up.
Deborah Gilroy. She has
She's in custody, huh?
That's correct. She is in drug court right now, but Your Honor, it's my understanding that since we have a courtroom full of people, she has some issues that would need to be addressed in a private setting. Due to HIPAA, I don't really want to say anything.
I mean, I gotta understand what you're saying. So, you say she's across the street right now?
She's across the street, but
Are they finished with her?
no, she needs to be evaluated for other issues.
But are they doing that across the street?
I think they're doing that across the street.
Okay,
That was my understanding for talking to her counsel across the street.
okay. So what we'll do is, see what decision they made. Now, if they don't do an informal inquiry, then we can bring her over tomorrow and we can do one.
Okay, I think they're gonna do that. That's what I was told by her lawyer in that court. But if not, that's fine because it's some pretty serious issue.
Understand.
But just
But if they do it over there, then basically we won't be able to do anything until it's resolved.
that's correct.
Yeah, her situation is resolved. Okay?
Thank you. My excuse?
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank
You get your reset and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, we got a dismissal? Okay, let me see this.
I'll
A plea with it too? Who is Carly Henley?
Send me the discovery.
Lee, what happened? Oh, here. Henley. Court is in session at cause number M 333-460. Case to style of State of Texas versus Carly Ann Henley. Ms. Henley, is that your full name? How are you doing, Ms. Henley? That's good. Ms. Henley, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Henley, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Henley, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Giles Cole. Attorney Cole, how are you doing?
Great, Judge. How about yourself?
I'm been fine. And Mr. Cole, do you waive a record in Ms. Henley's case?
Yes, we do.
Ms. Henley, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Carly Ann Henley, on or about September 9th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Henley, do you understand what you have been charged with? To this charge, Ms. Henley, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Ms. Henley, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to the box that check nolo contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Ms. Henley, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you? Did you understand everything that your attorney went over? Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Henley, are you a citizen of the United States?
Objection.
No objection. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Cole, you have advised and counseled Ms. Henley. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, yeah.
And Ms. Henley, your attorney, Mr. Cole, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Ms. Henley, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 90 days probated over 1 year, $300 fine, 30 hours community service and court calls.
Okay. What's the court cost?
352.
Yeah.
It's called upon 350.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Henley, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail, but you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1-year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $352. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court appointed attorney's fees of $350. Your total monthly installment, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $174 a month. Will you be able to pay the $174 a month? You will. You will also be required to perform 30 hours of community service and adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Henley, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offers? Ms. Henley, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Henley, this will conclude your case. Ms. Henley, please stand next to the bailiff. Follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Cole, this is your only case?
Yes, it is.
You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Have a great day, y'all.
Okay.
See you. Probably.
Aruna Ty,
Your Honor, there's the DWI case, can we send that back? I just have to write that we're abandoning the enhancement on the plea form. Yeah.
oh, you can do it on this one. Yeah, hold on a minute. Here you go.
Thank you, Judge.
Hold on a minute. Put this on mute. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in 2 cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 0225 and cause number 24 CCCR 2249. Both cases are titled The State of Texas versus Harun Atiyah. And Mr. Atiyah, is that your full name? Mr. Atiyah, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Atiyah, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Atiyah, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Atiyah? I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. And Mr. Atiyah, you're representing your case by Attorney Rohan Atiyah?
Yes,
And
sir.
Attorney Atiyah, how are you doing?
Feeling well, Judge.
That's good. Mr. Rohan Atiyah, do you waive a record in Mr. Harun Atiyah's case?
Yes, John.
Mr. Harun Atiyah, I have before me, well, did I swear you in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Harun Atiyah, I have before me a document on my computer that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. And this is in cause number 24 CCCR 2249. In this information, it alleges that you, Harun Atil, on about November 14th, on about November 24th of 2023, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. State, are you abandoning the enhancement paragraph?
We are, Your Honor.
The state is abandoning enhancement paragraph, and what that means is that instead of being charged with a Class A misdemeanor DWI, you will be charged with a lesser included offense, Class B misdemeanor offense DWI. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, to the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, which allegedly occurred on about November 4th, 2023, while you operated in a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Atil, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. The initials are HA. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case, and you have, well, it's 1 box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case, and you have the right of appeal. Do you understand this statement? I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Teal, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you understand everything that your attorney went over? Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Teal, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State Officer State's 1.
Any, no objections? State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. And Attorney Atil, you advised in counsel, Mr. Atil, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, yeah.
And Mr. Atil, your attorney Atil has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Atil, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is 9 months deferred probation, fine is to be waived, 24 hours community service, interlock, and then the DWI standard conditions of probation. This is running concurrent with felony clause 24D CCR 0.
Could you repeat that?
24D CCR 0266.
0266?
Yes, Your Honor, and we're dismissing the companion UCW with forfeiture.
That you know, how the students is making us feel good. You know, how many people.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Can be busy.
well. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Street, slow fine. He's on probation, you
Yes.
know, on a felony case?
Just, we just played, Judge.
Okay, what's the court cost?
For that into.
392, so he's on probation, got probation fees. That's gonna be way.
It wasn't, I just needed to.
Okay. Let's do this here.
Another question.
Oh, that's wrong. Hold on a minute. Yes, I see. 3, 2, those. 4, 4, equal.
You have it open in yours?
Divided by, 1/3. So this is. It's going to. So it'll be. Plus. 7 divided by 8. 50. Okay. Now, Mr. Tia, the state is offering that you serve 9 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 9-month probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. You will be required to pay court costs in the amount of $392. You're required to pay a probation fee of $6,000 a month. You're now $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. And which comes to a total each month of $135 a month. However, because you're on felony probation, you will not be required to pay the probation fee in this case, and you would not be required to pay the urinalysis fee in this case because you'll be paying it in the other case. So therefore, your monthly installments will be $51 a month. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DW Education an initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of police. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, are you able to pay the monthly fee and the DWI evaluation fee?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You'll also be required to perform 24 hours of community service. You'll be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You'll be required to attend and complete a DW education class. You'll be required to have an alcohol assessment, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Now, the state will be dismissing cause number 24-CCCR-0225 for forfeiture of weapon in that case. And before me, I have a document that is titled Motion to Forfeit. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Tia, before you sign and initial this document, did your attorney go over this document with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct
Okay.
to the best of your knowledge? Now, Mr. Tia, I'm going to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department. Now, Mr. Tia, do you understand the state's offer in your case? And do you think that it's fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Tia, I'll follow the people who are in agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Tia, this will conclude your case. If you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It would not result in a conviction in your record. You may qualify for non-disclosure where your record will be sealed to the general public. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Mr. Tip, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you get a copy of the motion to dismiss the other case, and you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Attorney Tip, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day, Mr. Tip, and you also have a blessed day.
I had a question, Judge.
Yes.
I know on a straight probation, right, there's no early term on a DWI. Would you do that on the DWI with the?
Well, I mean, we just follow the code. I can't,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, once we get motions, we have hearings and we make rulings based
Yes, sir.
on the law.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sounds good, yeah.
all right.
Thank
You have a blessed day. Yes. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who from Evolution, thanks for coming down here this morning. Anytime that you're in this area, anytime you're in the area of Jefferson County Court at Law Number 2, you can have a seat in your courtroom. And the reason why I say it's your courtroom, because I'm only a public servant serving the citizens of Jefferson County. This is the citizens of Jefferson County courtroom, so you can have a seat in your courtroom. And you can sit in that area where you're sitting. And as I mentioned to you earlier, we call that the peanut gallery, but you can't bring peanuts in here and eat because this is not the Texas Roadhouse. So each and every one of you have a blessed day and continue to give 100% in your school work. All right, y'all have a blessed day. God bless all of y'all.
Can we approach on?
Okay, hold on.
Because I have to for their machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, who? Who? Oh. No. Oh, yes? Okay,
Hold on. I'll get you, hold on, Brady, it's,
who we look,
You driving back now? You didn't. Tell us anything. I'll send it to
did I make sure I didn't write 12th?
He responded like 5 times. Why are you using it?
That door is locked.
oh, wait, wait, wait.
That door is locked on that side.
Oh, you leave out, make sure you put it. Wife has one more client across the street.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay, who do we have? Is this
They're gonna go to say, I know.
Maldonado?
Wasn't able to stay.
Who is Maldonado? Who is Maldonado? Would you come forward? This is, okay, okay, Mr. Maldonado. I have before me a document, 2 documents. Let me do this here. That's titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney and Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. Now, standing to your right is Ms. Jennifer Rogers. She speaks Spanish and you speak Spanish as well. Ms. Rogers, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to interpret Spanish to English and English to Spanish to help you God? Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing?
Thank you.
That's good. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And now we have here cause number M318231, case of style of state of Texas versus Luis Manuel Maldonado. Ask him if that's his full name.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Maldonado. Ask him to raise his right hand. Mr. Maldonado, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you tell him he can put his hand down. Mr. Maldonado, I have before me a document that is Actually, I have two documents before me. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Defendants Without Attorney. Ask him if he recognized this document.
Yes.
There's a signature on a line that's titled Defendant. You could ask him if this is his signature.
Yes, Judge.
And there are a set of initials on a line stating that he want to like to waive his right to an attorney and represent himself. Ask him if these are his initials.
Yes, Judge.
The next document is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding Trial. Ask him if he recognized this document.
Yes, Judge.
And ask him if this is his signature on the line that's titled Defendant.
He is a super name. Yes.
Now, ask him if, before he signed the initial, these documents, if, did Mr. Rojas
That
or
was Mr.
Mr. Rojas, who is Attorney Rojas, who speaks Spanish and English fluently, ask him if Mr. Rojas went over these documents with him.
Yes, Judge.
And ask him if he understood everything that Mr. Rojas went over.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Also, you can tell Mr. Maldonado that I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was, I don't even have this, did you send this, do his paperwork?
Oh, no, his,
I don't have no paperwork.
I haven't been able to speak to him yet, Your Honor, because
Oh.
we needed the.
Oh, I thought that's
Work
what,
on the other person.
okay, all right,
Yeah, Maldonado, we just got.
okay, just tell him, okay, This is cause number 25 CCCR 0350. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Erica Alexis Benjamin. Miss Benjamin, is that your full name?
Yes, sir, it is.
Miss Benjamin. Let's see. Okay, now, Miss Benjamin,
Yes, sir.
on April 16th, yes,
Yes, sir,
your attorney Marcus Wilson filed a motion to withdraw,
And we signed the paper.
and it was granted.
Yes, sir.
And this case was reset until today, May 21st, 2025. To give you an opportunity to hire your attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
No, sir, I have been calling and, one of the court coordinators from my still needs to come in to let you know in person that I am.
Well, you have a court date. You're supposed to come in on person.
Oh, yes, sir, I'm
You
sorry, I
don't-
thought that I can call to.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No,
Sorry.
anytime we give you a reset with a court date, that means you need to be in court on that date.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I do notice that, now we're still in court. Court started at 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir. I did
And
have-
why weren't you here
I
at
was
9
still in
o'clock?
Houston and had court, card issues, because I got this
Okay.
situation, so I'm not currently in, Port Arthur, Beaumont anymore.
Okay,
So I just had car issues and it was right now, I have to get another car.
understand.
Yes, sir. So,
Okay.
I did not call like when she asked, but it was only because when I have been calling, I know y'all been in court. So
Right,
I was coming in person.
right.
I have, 2 attorneys lined up. I just have one more in-person meeting just to make sure the things that I want from this case that they can give before I would give the payment, but I have my money ready for my attorney and I was just coming in to get,
Okay, so how much time do you need to hire your attorney?
just probably like another, like week and a half.
Okay, we're gonna give you more than a week and a half.
Okay.
Okay,
I didn't see, should I have to fill out a judge's explanation of rights, because I don't see one in her file.
no, if you look at the order, on the order to withdraw, it says it is ordered that William Wilkerson is removed as attorney for Erica Benjamin. Defendant is ordered to hire another attorney for her choice of or request, a court-appointed attorney by, right. So your case is going to be reset
Okay.
to give you an opportunity to hire your attorney. Okay, so give us a reset date for her. Okay, this case will be reset to July 9th of 2025. Okay,
I'm sorry, it's only because, of my job. What weekday is that? A Wednesday? Oh, could I possibly, I'm sorry, I know I'm probably asking for too much, but could I get it for Friday? Because I'm off like every other Friday, so I don't have to
you
worry.
say you're off every other Friday.
Sir, so I don't have to worry about taking off.
Okay, so
Next off day. Ma'am? What is your next off day, maybe at the end of June? So, this Friday, I work, so next Friday, I'll be off, so starting at the next Friday, after that countdown, I still have a calendar in front of me, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Look at the bottom.
Okay, thank you.
okay, so we're gonna reset it.
Yes, sir.
So that she's gonna give you a reset date. And just give her a date. When she give you a reset date, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir, and I'll get the paperwork for the reset as well.
Okay, now is Jennifer still around?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, we need her for the next guy too. Yeah. Yeah, because once we get started on this hearing, we're trying to get out here before 12. What's his name?
Rivera? Is that the one you're looking for, Davis?
Yes. I don't have that case on my, do I have,
Yeah.
It was not on, Your Honor.
She just, it's an ad, July.
okay, hey, get Mr. Rivera to come on up.
It have to be on. That's fine, schedule hang on, no back a day, you should wanna, it's like.
That's right. I mean, if she hired a lawyer before that, he's gonna get the case reset anyway.
That's true. Okay, if I'm on the phone,
Okay, let's see. This is cause number M319298, case of style of state of Texas versus Jose Alberto Rivera. Mr. Rivera speaks Spanish. We have Miss Araji, who is our Spanish interpreter. Ms. Araji, would you please ask Mr. Rivera if his full name is Jose Alberto Rivera?
Barro, Rivera.
Rivera, puede ser un
What did he say?
Dime tu nombre completo.
Barro, Rivera, sí,
Okay, he
Solo
said,
sé.
he said that the last name is Barro Raul Rivera. Is that a one?
Marlon Ramon Rivera. That's the name of the BWI case that
Oh, okay, let me look at the,
we confirmed through fingerprints, Your Honor, that these cases are all the same individual.
okay, hold on a minute. Rivera. Did y'all put it on the docket? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it is on here. Is Marlon Roman Rivera
yeah,
Elver?
yeah.
Okay, so that's his name. That's what's on the old case. Here we go. Okay. I'm printing off a copy of this information. And this is for Miss Araji. Okay. That's the deal is printing off is for Miss Araji. So we'll have his name. Marlon Ramon Rivera Elver. Okay. Okay, now Miss Araji, ask Mr. Elver if his full name is Marlon Ramon Rivera Elver.
Su nombre completo es Marlon Ramon Rivera Elver.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
ask him to raise his right hand. Okay, Mr. Elver, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay.
Sí or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Mucha atención, ¿eh?
Okay, you may put your hand down.
Bájale more.
Okay. Ask him how he's doing.
¿Cómo estás?
Oh, yeah.
Bien?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Mr. Rivera Elver, I have before me where's his? Okay. I have before me two documents, and I'll hand these documents to you. The first document is titled Jefferson County. Well, actually, it's titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Ask him if he recognized that document. And ask him if that's his signature on the line that's titled Defendant.
Yes, es su firma aquí.
Sí.
Yes.
And ask him if those are his initials on the line that states he would like to waive his right to an attorney and represent himself.
Pues hice sus iniciales aquí diciendo que no quiere hacer su caso.
Yes, okay. On the next document, that document is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. Ask him if that is, ask him if he recognized that document.
Sí or no?
And
sir.
ask him if that's his signature on the line as title defendant.
Y ese es su firma aquí. Usted tiene que decir sí o no. Así con la cabeza. No.
Yes.
Judge.
Okay, ask him, before he signed and initial those documents, did Mr. Rojas go over those documents with him in Spanish?
Antes de firmar esos dos documentos, sí, explicó todo en español, señor Rojas.
Yes.
Yes,
And
Judge.
ask him if he understood everything that Attorney Rojas went over.
Y usted entendió todo lo que te expliqué.
And ask him if everything in those documents true and correct to the best of his knowledge.
Y todo lo que firmaste aquí es verdad.
Yes.
Okay,
Judge.
all right. Yeah, you can talk to him too. Okay,
Yes, that's good.
court is in session and calls number M319298, case to style the state of Texas versus Marlon Ramon Rivera Elver. And we have Mr. Marlon Ramon Rivera Elver in court. I have before me a document on my computer that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that Marlon Ramon Rivera Elver, on or about April 28 of 2018,
Dice que la convención dice en el 28 de abril de 2018
committed, well, while he was operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that he committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Ask him if he understands what he's been charged with.
Yeah.
And to this charge, how does he plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Guilty, okay. Ask him if he's pleading guilty freely and voluntarily.
Yeah.
Yes? And ask him if he's pleading guilty because he is guilty.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Now, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Ask him if he recognizes this document.
¿Te puedes hacer documento? ¿Que le explicamos? ¿Sí o no? Yes,
See?
Judge.
Okay, good. Also on page 2 of this same document, which is misdemeanor plea admonishment, states exhibit number 1, there are 2 sets of initials. Ask him if these are his initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty.
Esos son sus iniciales diciendo que eres culpable.
You have to speak up.
Yeah.
And I asked him, now there's a second set of initials on a line that states, I waive my right to discovery. I waive my right to discovery in this case and choose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Ask him if he placed his initials on this line.
También pusiste sus iniciales diciendo que ya Bores que derecho para la atención de su caso antes.
Yes,
Yes, Judge.
on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Ask him if this is his signature.
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
The next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Ask him if he recognized this document.
¿Recuerdas el documento? ¿Te firmaste? Yes, Judge.
And ask him if this is his signature on the line that's titled defendant.
¿Y ese es su firma ahí?
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and he has no right of appeal. Ask him if he understands that statement.
Eso está diciendo que usted no se puede apelar en su caso. Que si entiendes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Judge.
The next box that's checked states that he's waiving his right to appeal, which means he's giving up his right to an appeal. Ask him if he understands that statement.
El segundo claramente se está dejando que derecho para apelar este caso que sí entiende.
Yeah.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Now, ask Mr. Rivera Elver if, before he signed and initialed these documents, if Mr. Rojas, Attorney Rojas, who's fluent in English and Spanish, went over these documents with him in Spanish.
Well, I did.
Oh, you went over? Okay. Ask him if you went over these documents with him in Spanish.
Antes de firmar todos esos documentos que te enseñé, pues, sí te explico todo en español.
Yeah.
Yes.
And ask him if he understood everything that you went over.
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of his knowledge?
Y todo que está ahí es de verdad.
Yeah.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Ask him if he is a citizen of the United States.
He's not, Judge, but he has a 5-year, has to be here for work.
For the record, Your Honor, Mr. Rojas represented to me that he did go over with, the defendant in this case, the, potential consequences of him accepting this plea.
Okay.
He's a non-citizen.
I need him to initial, well, this paragraph here is titled citizenship. You tell him that. And I'm gonna go over it with him. Now, it states that if you're not a US citizen, on a plea of guilty or no contest, it may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and ask him if he still wants to go forward with his plea bargain.
Y usted también, todavía lo quiere mover adelante con su caso.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. He didn't do what is it?
The consulate,
Yeah. Did he?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
What country is he from?
¿De qué país?
Bogota.
Honduras.
Honduras.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not on here. Okay. He can go over the top part.
Esto nomás está preguntando si quiere que la corte notificada está ambulando esta semana.
Sí.
Si lo dices que sí, ya vas a
¿Cómo?
otra vez a la. Ok.
No, no,
Pues si usted quiere que la corte notificada está ambulando
Where is
nuestro país. ¿No? Ok.
Miss,
Ponte su nombre aquí y luego firma aquí.
Yes. You finished? Okay. then. Okay, now, Mr. Rivera Elver, I have before me a document that is titled English Statement for All Foreign Nationals except those from mandatory notification countries. Ask him if he recognizes this document. And it's just his signature on the line that's titled defendant.
Yes, su firma ahí.
And he has one word circled as the word is no, and it's below a sentence that reads, do you want us to notify your consular officers at this time? And he said no, is that correct?
No, que no quiere que el corte notificado del consulado, ¿verdad?
Now, before you sign before you sign this document, did Ms. Araji go over this document with you in Spanish? And did you understand everything that, ask him if he understood everything you went over?
Yes, Judge.
And you could ask if it's everything in this document true and correct to the best of his knowledge. Okay,
Yes, Judge.
now, state, you like to offer state's exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell him that the state is offering state's exhibit number 1 to be used as evidence in his case. And this is state exhibit number 1, the same document that he recognized earlier.
Dice que este documento está en el estado de corte para aplicación, ¿ok?
Okay, this is the same document that has his signature on page 3.
Que tiene su firma ahí.
It have his initials on page 2.
Y sus iniciales en el segundo página.
Ask him if it's all right for the state to use this document as evidence in this case.
Y está preguntando si está bien que use esta información en el estado para aplicación. Yes, Judge.
Okay, no objection, state's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ask Mr. Rivera Alver if there is any evidence that he's mentally incompetent to stand trial.
Está preguntando si no tiene ninguna complementar para. No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rivera Alver, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Y también que toda la información es suficiente para decirle que
State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is 12 days in time served court cause action retired.
This is DWI. And you said it was 12 days,
Yes, Your Honor.
and that's credit for time, sir.
That's correct.
Okay. Mr. Rivera Alva, the state is offering that you serve 12 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you won't have to serve 12 days. because you'll be given credit for the time you've already served.
Dice que lo que está viendo el Estado, en 12 días de la cárcel, no vas a tener el servicio 12 días porque ya tienes crédito de los 12 días.
The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired, which means you will not have to pay it because the time you spent in jail has already paid it off.
Dice que los costos de costos ya está pagado por el tiempo que tenías ahí. Holmes know that she didn't have.
Mr. Asked him if he understands the state's offer.
Y usted entiende lo que está haciendo el Estado.
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
And do you accept the state's offer?
¿Quieres aceptar? De los 12 días, ¿perdido?
And do you ask him if he accepts the state's offer? He accepted? Okay. I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that he's entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Rivera, this will conclude your case. Now, with the warrant out on this case that we're disposing of,
That's correct.
okay, somebody would have to contact the JP, okay. Tell him to stand next to the bailiff and follow her directions.
Ok, dice, ya está terminado el trabajo, ahí del oficial.
That's downstairs. That's either Doyle or, I don't, it's either Doyle or Collins, one of them.
Y también la casa tiene que terminar con todos los papeles.
You
Va
have,
a durar poquito tiempo, como unas 2 o 3 horas.
if there's a warrant, he's gonna be in, stay in custody. You can call downstairs and find out. Luis Maldonado. Okay. Okay. This is cause number M318231. Case is style of state of Texas versus Luis Manuel Maldonado. Mr. Maldonado speaks Spanish. He speaks some English. We have Ms. Jennifer Raji, who is our interpreter. She will be interpreting in this case. And Ms. Araji. Please ask Mr. Maldonado if his full name is Luis Manuel Maldonado.
Yes. Yes, Judge.
Ask him to raise his right hand. Okay, listen, if he swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, you may put your hand down. And Mr. Maldonado, how are you doing?
Good.
Okay, Mr. Maldonado, I have before me two documents. First document is judge's explanation of rights to defendants without attorney. You recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line entitled defendant?
Yes, Judge.
And are these your initials on the line state you'd like to waive your right to attorney and represent yourself? I also have another document that's titled waiver of counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea proceeding in trial. Do you recognize this document?
Pues ese documento.
Yes.
Yes.
And is this your signature on this line entitled defendant?
Yes.
I also have on my computer a document that is titled information. In this information, well, before we go forward, Mr. Maldonado, you have a right to waive or give up your right to a record in this case, which means you have a right to not have a court reporter. Do you waive your right to have a court reporter in this case?
Usted tiene el derecho prácticamente, si ahora estoy dando todo, si lo quiere, o lo puede dejar que no. He's waiving the right.
Okay, now, Mr. Maldonado, on my computer, I have a document that's titled information. In this information, it alleges that you, Luis Manuel Maldonado, on December 23rd of 2017,
23 de diciembre de 2013,
while you are operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas,
cuando estabas operando un vehículo en un lado público,
while you were intoxicated, that you committed the class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Second, state, are you abandoning enhancement paragraph?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Tell him that the state is abandoning enhancement paragraph. What that means is instead of being charged with a class A misdemeanor DWI, he will be charged with a lesser included class B DWI first.
Dice que está votado abandonado la clase A, la clase A, y para aplicar el enhancement, voy a hacer
Ask me if he understands that.
lo que está bajando. Yes, Judge.
Now, to the class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, which allegedly occurred on or about December 23rd of 2017, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Judge.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Y estás diciendo culpable porque eres culpable. Yes, Judge.
I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. Ask him if he recognized this document.
¿Te puedes hacer un poco de explicarme?
Yes.
Yes.
On page 2 of this document, there's a set of initials on a line, on 2 lines. The first set of initials is below a paragraph that's titled waiver, and it's on a line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Iniciales ahí diciendo que eres culpable. Yes.
The next set of initials are on a line next to a box or next to a line, next to a statement that reads, I do not wish discovery. I waive my right to discovery in this case and choose to enter a plea of guilty and no contest. Ask him if he places the initials on.
Sí, para dar toda la información del caso antes de entrar en esa. Yes, Judge.
On the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. This is his signature. Okay, the person that's on Zoom, please put your mic on mute.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Yes, okay. On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, ask him if he recognizes this document.
Yes.
And ask him if this is his signature on the line that's titled defendant.
Yes, es su firma. Yes, Judge.
At the top of this document, there's 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and he has no right of appeal. Ask him if he understands that.
La primera caja dice que usted no se puede apelar en este caso que si no tiene sexo. Yes.
The second box that's checked states that he's waiving his right to an appeal, which means he's giving up his right to an appeal. Ask him if he understands that.
Segunda caja dice que usted está dejando su derecho para apelar esta caja que se entiende. Yes, Judge.
Ask him that before he signed all of these documents before me, if either you, Mr. Rojas, or you, Mr. Raji, went over these documents with him in Spanish.
Antes de firma, pero esos documentos que usted preparó en español. Yes, sir.
And ask him if he understood everything that you all went over.
Y para entender todo, yes, sir.
And ask him if everything in these documents are true and correct to the best of his knowledge.
Y todo en esos documentos era de verdad. Yes, sir.
Okay. Ask him if he's a citizen of the United States.
Y usted debe decir, yes.
Separate 6-1.
Any objections? Let him know that the state is offering State's Exhibit number 1, which is the same document that he has acknowledged on this here tablet, the same document that
Dice que el Estado está pidiendo esos documentos que firmaste para la comisión, para mover adelante con su caso, y que está preguntando si está bien.
this is the
Yes.
same document that have his,
He said,
He-
it's okay.
okay, initials on page 1 and signature on page 3. Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence in this case?
Está esos documentos para mover adelante con su caso. Yes.
Okay, no objection, State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. And ask Mr. Maldonado if there's any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial.
Está bien. There's-
There's none, okay. 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 Tell Mr. Maldonado that I will, accept his plea of, guilty. I will find that he's mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that his plea and waivers are freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement in this case is 180 days probated over 1 year with a $400 fine, 60 hours community service, the installation, maintaining an interlock device, and DWI student conditions of probation. Defendant also has 4 days jail credit, which is to be credited towards back court costs.
Okay. Did you put that on?
Yes, I believe I did, Your Honor.
Yeah, put it.
I just said, oh, so there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 180 over 1 year. 400. Plus court cost, 16 hours community service. 400. What's the court cost?
235.
235. Oh, it's a $100 fee. Okay, Mr. Maldonado. The state is offering that you serve 180 days in jail, but you will not be required to serve 180 days in jail because you'll be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $400. you'll be required to pay a probation fee of, not a probation fee, you'll be required to pay court costs of $235.
Y también unos costos de corte de 235.
You'll be required to pay a DWI conviction fine or fee of $100.
Y también una pago de una clase de DWI de $100.
You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month.
La provisión cada mes.
You'll be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 a month.
Y también un pago de examen de $15.
You'll be required to pay a reimbursement fee of $15.
Y otro pago de $15.
You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea.
Y también tienes que pagar un pago de 125 de unas clases de exhibición para el DWI, para el caso.
Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50.
Dice que si tiene el estado de otro examen es otros $50.
Your total monthly installments, that is a total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $150.
Todos esos pagos que te dice ahorita, se junta entre los 12 meses para un año, 150 cada mes que tienes que pagar para terminar todos esos pagos en un año. Y él está preguntando si usted puede pagar 150 por 12 meses cada mes. No sé.
What was this?
He's asking if he can pay less than that.
Okay, we don't have do we have an affidavit on it?
No.
We would have to, yeah, you got an affidavit, you have to give him an affidavit to fill out. Because his fee is $150 a month.
Me dice que si usted no puede pagar 150 cada mes por 12 meses, tienes que llenar una hoja para ver si le pueden pagar.
You can give him an affidavit to fill out.
Porque si no
Oh, he has
paga
one?
150,
Okay, hold on a minute.
lo siguiente, ya vas a tener.
Well, she gotta be out here at 12.
Usted no puede hacer eso.
Entonces tiene que voy a pagar.
No, it's.
Si puede, de seguro.
Puede ser todo, pues claro que sí. Porque
No quieres llenar el papel para ver si puede, si te dejan pagar bien. Es como quiere usted, que tiene que llenar eso, toda esa información para ver.
no, está bien. Yo voy a hacer-
Seguro.
Sí, voy a hacer.
Okay, so he said that he's just gonna, he's gonna find a way to pay it, every month. I told him if he doesn't, and he doesn't do it timely, it's every for the 12 months that he'll go back to jail.
There's
so,
a
but he
possibility that
says-
his probation will be revoked. Now, if he's
Right.
indigent, he is entitled, to have these fees reduced. But I need to make a determination.
Si llenas esos papeles y si tú eres suficiente para.
He speaks English too.
Pagar eso.
He speaks English too.
He speaks trabajo.
I know.
Sí, por mi cuenta. Tengo que ayudar a mi papá.
Okay, so he said that he works, but he takes care of his mom, and so that's why he's worried about it.
Okay, if he wants to fill out an affidavit, he can fill it out so I can see whether or not he's,
Voy a hablar con mi hermana que se encargue de algo. Yo pueda pagar eso.
Seguro,
No,
no quieres llenar eso en una vez,
no, porque después no sé si voy a ser pobre. Qué sé yo.
pero no se sube, y llenando eso no se sube el pago de 150, va a ser 150. Olvídate. Si él dice que no, ya va a salir las 150. Pero si vienes esto y lo acepto que ya no puedes pagar, va a ser menos. Eso no se puede ser más que 150.
Y por lo menos si yo trabajo en el mes, tengo 300 puedo pagar 300 y hacia adelante.
Okay, so
No es
he,
lo mismo, porque ella tiene su carro.
okay, so he doesn't wanna fill out the affidavit of indigence, is that correct?
Entonces, no quiere llenar eso, seguro.
No, no vaya a cumplir.
Ok. No vas a cumplir. De todos modos, vas a cumplir. Si llenas o no llenas.
Yo no voy a pagar.
He said he doesn't want to go.
Okay, so you'll be required to pay $150, a month. Now, he will also be required to pay, DW education and initial evaluation fee of, $125 on the day of the plea. He'll also be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that he's own or operate. You could chill it.
Cualquier carro usted está manejando, ¿ok? Sí, cuando agarra una ya anda con una máquina y si pasa a otro vecino o cualquier persona, si usted está manejando ese carro y no tiene la máquina, se la van a otra vez.
No hay una máquina que yo me la ponga en el cuerpo.
So
He doesn't own a vehicle.
he doesn't.
I know, so it's any vehicle that he owns or operates.
Right, so now he's asking, does he need to get one for his personal self since he doesn't have one? Since he doesn't
That
have
the
a vehicle?
probation department will make that determination.
Okay, dice el oficial del probation, le van a decir que sí o no, pregúntales a ella si necesitas uno como para cargar.
Perfecto, no, está bien.
Pero no más que entiende usted que necesitas una máquina de cualquier vehículo que tengas, ¿ok?
Sí, ok, gracias.
Okay, he's also, just that he's required to attend and complete the DW education class.
También tienes que completar una clase de execución de tomar.
He will also have an alcohol assessment.
Van a hacer un examen de cada mes de alcohol y droga.
Perfecto.
And he will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and condition of DWI probation.
Y también usted no tiene que hacer todas las condiciones más lo que quieren el programa.
Más de lo que quiera el poder.
Sí. Lo van a explicar todo el oficial allá.
Ok.
Okay.
Okay. Now ask him if he understands the state's offer.
Y usted entiende lo que está pidiendo usted.
Sí, entiendo y puede ser responsable con él.
Okay. He said, yes, sir, he does, and he's gonna make sure he does it okay.
And ask him if he accepts the state's offer.
Y lo quieres aceptar. Yes.
Okay, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that he's entered into with the state. Tell him to stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. Once he finished following her directions, he'll be free to go.
Se te va a seguir adelante. Y lo que está terminado, vas a ir a un cargo oficial a terminar los otros, y luego vas a ir a la oficina de provisión para terminar todo, ¿ok?
Okay.
Ahí está.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. And God bless.
All right, God bless you too.
No,
Yeah, okay. We ready on yours? Huh? Say what? Oh. Oh, wait up. You tell him what you just said.
I'm up here lying and saying, well, I'm not asking her for that, tell me it don't work. Like, Grace, she needs some type of proof that I have to pay that. No, I know, because she's up there, but she's saying that she needs some type of proof, that I have to pay $500 for this right now. So she needs to call.
You behind on your,
Okay.
Like,
I don't, it's first I've heard of it. I mean,
that's all I'm trying to say, she can tell me right now, like, right now that it
Well,
don't.
the offices that are closed.
Oh, wow.
Between 12 and. We've been.
Yeah, just-
we've been trying to get you
just-
to pay.
hold on, listen. Hold on, relax. Just take a deep breath. Nothing else, nothing is gonna change. Just take a deep breath. Now, you were saying that your mom was gonna pay it, but she didn't believe what you were
She's
saying?
saying I don't need the whole, like, I don't need $500 basically, you know, cause I was trying to.
They can have
this
something
whole
better.
time, you know, that's what I've been doing this whole time, trying to come up, I can't really, be on the phone in here.
Well, okay, but, so your mom do your mother have, she has the money?
She's saying she really have only $300, she said she can have five, she think I'm lying about 500.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
So what's the agreement with the state? I mean, with the,
Judge, I can lay it out for you.
Okay.
What
And I'll respond accordingly.
she has the 1,900 restitution.
I understand, okay,
So the bondsman got off her bond after she owes $100 to.
Understand.
So she's in custody. We don't want her to use the money for bondsman and.
Well, I understand that,
But
but-
her mother has to go, part of the agreement is that she'll make the $500 payment. And she needs to use that to bond out if the court is not gonna set a BR bond. And that's where her reluctance is. And then now her mother is
well,
saying that she's
I
not.
can't get
gonna pay.
involved in that.
Have the money. Have the money. I just,
Oh, well, I mean, the court had made no decision on, I mean, right now, you got a warrant out. We can have a bond hearing. And, but I think the agreement, y'all have an agreement hold on, listen, just listen. I mean, there's what we call a condition precedent. Something have to occur first before the state is willing to offer what they're willing to offer. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. The issue is we're taking into consideration the fact that the defendant is expecting here, and obviously we trying to avoid incarceration.
Just
Furthermore,
hold on, just hold on a minute.
payment being made is going straight to restitution.
Let me, how much time does she have left on probation?
Oh, she was off a year ago.
It's expired.
It expired.
Oh, I see.
That's
What
why-
was, is it beyond a year?
October, no, it should expire on October 10th, 24.
Okay. The court still got jurisdiction.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, not just jurisdiction with regards to the motion itself, because it was filed timely. But even the court can extend probation within the year after it has expired. Okay? So, I mean, I don't know if that's something y'all want to talk about. Because the issue is she gonna need time to pay off the probation anyway.
Correct, Your Honor. I think the issue right now is the bond, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, if her extension, if she's granted an extension on probation, the motion to revoke probation is dismissed. There is no issue on the bond.
And Judge, that's the,
I'm just saying, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying, those are some options.
Judge Weaver considered, she was trying to find out if she could make the whole payment. She can't, that would.
I understand that. I mean, I know she
So,
wants to make it all go away, but I mean, we not there.
What I'm saying, and then the other option, I guess, is that the court could extend it.
I mean, I'm just saying, of course, still will have jurisdiction within a year after the expiration of the probation, as long as the motion to revoke probation is filed timely.
Would you give me an opportunity?
Yeah.
It is, Your Honor. I just want to make it known that the issue right now is the state and both probation object to that just for the simple fact that we want a form of payment of restitution before we make any further agreements. I mean, the defendant hasn't made any payments
Understand.
for almost a year, if not
Okay.
over a year at this
Okay.
point.
So the question is, I mean, y'all can talk and you can decide whether or not she will or will not agree to make a payment before we go any further. I guess that's what I'm hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, the next case is cause number 24 CCCR or 2560, case of Styles, State of Texas versus Jamilin Brooke Quibido. Ms. Quibido, is that your full name? You can take your mic off of mute. It's on mute.
Unmute.
She's trying to. Uh-oh, we took the video off.
I got it. Sorry.
Okay,
There we go.
is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Wright Kimler. Attorney Kimler, how are you doing?
Well, thank you.
And Mr. Kimler, what's your announcement?
Trial.
Trial. Okay, we're gonna reset this case for trial. Ms. Quibido, your case will be reset for trial. Give us a trial date.
July 7th.
The case is reset to July 7th, 2025 at 9 a.m. On that day, Ms. Quibido, you need to be in court in person.
Yes, sir.
You are free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Yes,
And
sir.
you have a day.
Thank
You too. Thank you,
Thank you.
Judge.
All right. And, okay. Once we do that, we can give you a date on the motion. I could give her reset the date
Okay.
just on her case. And then once we get the proposed order and the letter rep, we can set a,
You want me to go ahead and submit an order with the motion?
yeah, yes,
Okay.
yeah, I think, yes, that's what we done. Give us a reset date.
You got-
Ms. Randall, how are you doing? That's good. Thanks for being patient with us. All right, now, Ms. Randall, we're gonna reset Ms. Randall's case.
Yes, sir.
Give us a reset date,
July 7th, which is a Monday, or July 9th. That's a Wednesday.
which is good for you.
July 9th.
The 9th? Okay, this case will be reset to July 9th. Ms. Randall, it's gonna be reset at 9 a.m. You're gonna get your reset from your attorney once you get your reset, from the coordinator. Once you get your reset from the coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
And we'll see about the GPS.
You're right. You know, what's gonna happen is if your case is set July 9th. Now, he's gonna file a motion. Well, he already has a motion filed. He has to file an order and a letter of rep, and then we can give you a date probably prior to July 9th to get a motion, to hear your motion.
Okay, we'll do it before then.
Okay. All right. And you're free to go, and Mr. Kimler, you're free to go as well.
Thank you.
All right, same to you.
Yes, I gotta give you. I'm gonna give you-
Court will be in recess. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is in session and calls numbers 23 CCCR 0902, calls number 23 CCCR 0984. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Germany. What's your middle name? Okay, Germany, Audrey Flanagan. Ms. Flanagan, would you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You may put your hand down. The court understands that Ms. Flanagan has 2 warrants out, warrant in each one of these cases. The defense is requesting that a bond be set, and these cases are motion to revoke probations. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so,
PR.
yeah. Well, I mean, I know that that's what you asked me for, but, but we're having a bond hearing to determine what the bonds will be set at. Okay, so, let's see. There we go. Now, in reference to, these cases, what are the, anybody like to go forward, state, Mr. LeBlanc, giving us some facts on the case. I know she has some motion to revoke probations in cause number 23 CCCR 0902. And as a, let me look at it. I have before me a motion to revoke probation in these cases. That was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In the motion in cause number 090, excuse me, 23 CCR 0902, there are 3 allegations. And in the next case, cause number 23 CCCR 0984, put a motion on that one. She didn't copy the motion. Hold on a minute. It's 0984. Zero nine eight four. 0984. Zero nine. Okay, so in these cases, there are in the 3 allegations in this case as well. Okay. Now, state, you can go for, well, I mean, defense. You requesting a bond be set.
Yes, Judge, I believe her bondsman get off the bonds, and that's why she has a warrant.
Okay, so what are some of the facts in this case in reference to the motion to revoke probation? I know they had 3 allegations. One was a failed to report, failed to pay court assessed fees. And arrears. Let me see, court assessed fees as ordered by the court. Perform community service. No, I'm not asking, we're not having a probation revoke hearing. I'm just looking at these
I
allegations.
think we're a brief summary of the facts of the case, Your
Yes.
Honor.
That's the way I'm.
Can I go ahead and give you a brief synopsis of each case?
Mhm. Wow. Okay. You go ahead on.
Is there an issue, Judge?
Well, the issue I see, I was talking about restitution. I don't see you asking for restitution in the motions.
Your Honor, the failure to pay court assessed fees is ordered by the court on, this is allegation 2 with the 1350 arrearage. The court assessed fees were the restitution that was ordered within the plea admonishment.
Okay, but my question to you in here, court assessed fees, normally there's usually a separate allegation for restitution. When I see court assessed fees, I'm talking about fines and court costs, okay? And I don't know, but if I add up these fines and court costs, it may come to, without the restitution, it may come to $1,350 in this one case.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're only asking for the issue of restitution to be addressed, and I can confirm with probation. In the past, we have gone over the fact that no payments were to any longer go towards the actual fine and court cost. We're only moving forward on the restitution to be paid.
Well, that's not my question. That's not the issue. The issue is, did you allege non-payment of restitution in the motion?
That is an allegation too, Your Honor, the failure to pay court assessed fees.
Oh, well, okay, but that's what you say, but, let's see. Your analysis, general okay, pay restitution as indicated, okay. That's condition 9.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Above by court appointed fees, so, okay. They have it in condition 9. Let me see in yeah, say condition 9. Okay. So in terms of the facts, okay, so these are the allegations, all right? Says she didn't pay her fines, fees, costs, restitution, etc. So she didn't make legend that she didn't obey the rules of community supervision, and that she did not, she failed to report, and that she failed to perform community service. Those are the pending allegations. Okay. Now, in reference to the case itself, the case in chief, what are the facts on that?
Can I proceed in summary, Your Honor?
Yes.
Just briefly, referring to cause number 23CCC for CCCR 0984, this is a theft. It is a class A misdemeanor. Now, the approximate restitution in this case was assessed at $1,149 to a Mr. Lewis, where the defendant had stolen a generator.
Okay.
Moving forward to cause number 23CCCR 0902. This is an issue that occurred in Beaumont at the local M&D supply. There was two separate thefts that occurred right
Okay.
here that they aggregated the two. One, the total loss of merchandise was approximately $342, and the second incident was approximately $573.69, where the defendant again passed all points of purchase without any receipt or form of payment.
Okay. Okay. Now, she is a U.S. citizen, is that correct?
Yes,
And now, is she a resident of Jefferson County?
yes, sir.
How long has she been in Jefferson County? Your whole life? All right. Now, criminal history. Let me do this here. I'm gonna go ahead on and put this on mute. The reason why the court is going to meeting in anticipation is that pursuant to Article 1.24, all proceedings in the trial should be public. However, pursuant to the case of Lilly versus State, the right to public trial is not absolute and may be outweighed by other competing interests, such as the interest of security, to prevent the disclosure of non-public information and to ensure that the defendant receives a fair trial. Now, Mr. LeBlanc, you're requesting that this portion of the hearing be closed because the court will be asking some information that may be non-public information, and it will be disclosed to the public. So you're requesting to close this portion of here to prevent the disclosure of non-public information?
I am. Your
Okay, so the court is going to grant that request. The court finds that the party seeking the closure has a vast and overriding interest that is likely to be prejudicial to his client in that it will disclose non-public information. The court finds that this request is no broader than necessary to protect his client's interest. The court also finds that the court has considered other reasonable alternatives, and the court makes these findings adequate to the closure of this hearing. So at this time, this portion of the hearing will be closed to